got ourselves micwileo. He's going zombie. That's my favorite texture. No one ever goes zombie. I don't understand why. We got ourselves micwileo versus Raziek. Raziek, known Steve hater. Opting to go with the Cloud instead of the Aegis. Aegis would be way more susceptible. I mean, like, both of them are pretty susceptible to offstage shenanigans, but Aegis more so. And Cloud would presumably have an easier time dealing with block shenanigans. And probably the minecart, because Cloud's gigantic sword will chop through those blocks, at least in one hit especially. And he will also intercept the cart fairly easily with his incredible disjoint. Raziek hasn't been using a whole lot of Cloud ever since Aegis came out. Believes more in the Aegis than the Cloud. But this Cloud from Smash 4 is still a thing. That is one thing that most people don't do against Steve nearly as often as they should, is they should break his crafting table because it costs him resources to move it. Even if it's not broken and he moves it, that still costs him resources. If his crafting table is broken and Steve is off stage and it respawns while he's off stage, then it goes straight back into the blast zone and he loses more resources because it has to respawn, right? So breaking the crafting table actually quite a powerful option against Steve. If you have, and it also, on top of all of that, it refreshes your attacks. Oh my god! Raziek has been whipping that out more and more often the more he uses Cloud, and like, I'm here for it. How often do you see finishing touch? And how often does he get it when his opponent is coming up off the ledge when their invulnerability is when their vulnerability is very short, and he keeps getting it. Ow, yeah, you gotta be careful about that down air. Steve down throw, I believe, is the most damaging down throw in the game, does 18, but it also costs him an iron. Typically, if you're a resource character, anything that costs resources should be pretty powerful. And in Steve's case in particular, he needs iron for like 4 out of... He needs iron for a lot, is the thing. And it's also a combo throw. Now he has 0 resources with the exception of redstone and gold. Oh my god! Wow, what a showing. Holy mackerel. Raziek saying into the mic that he is not a Steve fan. Steve Hater 69. Is micwileo thinking about it? Is he gonna? Okay, nah, he looks at his friend and his friend said no. Do not risk it. Maintain with Steve. At least with Steve, you have the advantage on the character select screen because Raziek is not a Steve fan, like I keep saying. Whether or not the matchup is any good is like beside the point. Switching over to Enderman, it was probably Zombie that was the fault, and like, you know what? You might be right, because no one plays Zombie. Maybe it's because Zombie is a worse character than Enderman. Enderman being the most popular skin out of Steve's, which I don't like, because Enderman is off-model. Take that. No, Enderman has no iron, which is kind of a big deal. That tilt just knocks him off. The most important thing that Enderman that Steve needs the iron for is that minecart, which is like 100% his most useful, most common tool. He also uses it for like down air for iron tools. He also uses it for down throw. I think it's the last resource that he would use to make TNT B, and that will do it. Point is, Iron is super, super important for Steve's resources. Probably the most important out of them all. The others are good for building blocks and for crafting TNT. Well, alright. Didn't mash out hard enough, which I get, because when you are in that cart, it's easy to buffer something that you didn't mean to, and Cloud in particular has a very specific recovery. One thing that a lot of people just don't do against Steve in order to beat minecart is to just stand under it. I mean, like, yeah, you could beat it if your spacing is specific enough, if your character strengths can beat it. God, that was a super randy dash attack. There you go. That back here, crazy good. It's only like -3 on shield. Oh, gracious. That's a super powerful move, though. Steve up smash super committal. It's like really strong, and it's incredibly disjointed. The entire thing is super disjointed, but if you use it and you whiff, you're wide open. Okay, that's another one for Cloud. Up 2-0. Micwileo considering the change, going over to Pyra. Mithra. Considering it. Alright, let's see how well this works out. Aegis definitely considered to be the better character. Steve, he's a really strong character. Really obnoxious is a better word, honestly. But he's still a good character. The big tripping point here is that Raziek means Aegis as well. Cloud is the secondary at this point. So he's going to have to try and outplay not just Raziek, not just be a better character than Cloud, but he's got to get around Raziek's skill with Aegis, his character knowledge with Aegis. So it's going to be a bit of a struggle. Still at 55, he has no jump now. There you go. Up tilts. No parry. Ah. Switching over to the Pyra. I do get it. Sometimes, like when you're getting bullied as Mithra, you want to switch over to the Pyra. The difference in fall speed makes you slightly less comboable, and now you have a really good, entirely disjointed attack, projectile, inside B. However, you're trading that for just being a worse character overall. Alright, good forward tilt on the get up attack. Does manage to take it, still 123%, and your character is not especially known for their survivability. Ow. Yeah, there you go. Trying to space out the forward tilts and gets cross slash for her troubles. Sticking with the Pyra. Grabbing forward throw. Oh lord! Perhaps a little too late on that for the kill. What you doing here? Oh, you wanted it all. You smug bastard. Still though, 150%. This is a pretty substantial lead. But then again, he is on his last stock, and Cloud is pretty gimpable at accepting it. A chopper in the back of the neck.